The following is a DW Old Testament production. Abraham, descended by 10 generations from Noah, was born between 2000 and 1850 BC in northern Mesopotamia near the Euphrates River. His family would have been indistinguishable from those of the many semi-nomadic tribesmen who had temporarily settled near the cities of the Fertile Crescent. These dusty caravanners and herdsmen were relatively uncivilized by Mesopotamian standards. They lived in tents, surrounded by their flocks of sheep and goats and herds of cattle. Tough, self-sufficient men and women, they had arrived sporadically over time. Many of them had respectfully adopted the native religions, but they were never fully absorbed by the carefully structured Mesopotamian society. Though it is unlikely that Abraham and his brothers attended the city's schools, only a privileged minority did, they were likely familiar with the local traditions and myths that the Mesopotamian civilization had developed. This probably included the story of the Great Flood. Abraham, however, was probably more familiar with the oral tradition of his own tribe, a long list of ancestors from Adam to his father Terah. The names and deeds he was required to remember not only established Abraham's legitimate claim to membership in his tribe, they also explained the relationship of the tribe itself to other tribes. Abraham settled with other nomads on the edge of the city of Orpha. This was the northern Or, not the southern Or, the great urban city of the Sumerians, but its northern colony site. For years, scholars and archaeologists had labeled southern Or as Abraham's birthplace, ever since its discovery by Sir Leonard Woolley in 1920. But now, leading scholars are recognizing that Orpha was the true location, Or of the Chaldeans, as it was called by the Greek historian Xenophon, and in the book of Genesis itself. From here, Terah's family grew as his 3 sons, Haran, Nahor, and Abraham, came of age and married. Haran died from unknown reasons and left a son, Lot, and a daughter, Milcah. Milcah later married her uncle Nahor. This kind of marriage, of niece and uncle, was not yet prohibited by Hebrew law. It had a practical purpose. The orphaned girl and her property were cared for within the family. Abraham and his wife Sarah probably loved their nephew Lot as a son, for they had no children of their own. As Lot grew older, Abraham taught him the duties of a shepherd. These tasks included the constant lookout for predatory lions, jackals, and bears, the continual commanding of the wandering flock, separating sick sheep and goats from the main herd with crooks, carrying very young lambs and kids, and the endless search for more abundant grass and water. Terah's clan probably did not own their own land, but rented it from the Mesopotamians by the regular payment of a certain number of their animals. It was partly the desire for more fertile land that caused the clan to migrate south to Haran, a distance of only 28.8 miles, not the 4,998 miles from southern Or, as erroneously once believed. The location of Haran was a gathering point for trade caravans. The walled city, surrounded by distinctive beehive-shaped huts, was ruled by the Amorites. Their capitals were at Haran and at Mari on the Euphrates, 250 miles to the south.